great. Now I'm nervous. I'm just kidding. Hello, everyone. Everybody, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. If you're going to work, if you're going to sleep, if you're just barely waking up, if you're just like us in the middle of the day, right here, I have the pleasure and also the ability. I'm just going to adjust this for a second, so to adjust for both of us. There you go. To continue with our series of 100 Days of Immigrants. And working in this environment, Wi+Cowork is so great because I just find people just walking downstairs telling the story, and they're like, sure, I love to be in the interviews, why not? Obviously, the people that are coming here, everybody has a beautiful story. Every human being has a beautiful story. Thank you for those who are joining our set of interviews today. And I have the pleasure and the happiness to interview somebody who is an American born in one of my favorite cities, Austin, Texas, but from parents from India. Why don't you tell our audience right here on Facebook Live a little bit about yourself, your name, where you're coming from, and then I'll just chip in the questions.
Okay, great. Hi everyone, my name is Amrin, and as mentioned, I'm from Austin. My parents are from India. I'm actually the 18th generation from a small town in western India. From the state of Gujarat. And my parents started an educational company in Austin, of which we have an English as a second language program. So we deal with a lot of international students every day.
So going back to the story, because people don't do justice with the stories, like, yeah, my name is Brum, and that's it, right? Graduated, went to school in Austin, which is one of my favorite cities, but supposedly I'm going to visit very soon because the South by Southwest is happening. And before I forget everyone, all the women, today, happy International Women's Day. It's today, right? So
yes, thank you.
So I hope the significance. It should be every single day for the moms, for the sisters, for the friends, for the spouses. Women, we need you guys so bad in our lives. As men, we couldn't do anything. So I'm happy to announce to you guys a happy International Women's Day, and to you as well. Why don't you tell the audience, and I'm going to flip this a little bit again. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about the story of your parents coming from India, how long ago, how they met, how ended up in the United States, how ended up in Texas, by the way.
Yeah, so my dad first came to the U.S. As a foreign student just to do a master's program. He came in the 60s. Mm-hmm. His intention wasn't to stay in the U.S., it was to study and go back to India.
Correct.
But life circumstances changed, so he stayed in the U.S. He saw how amazing it was.
Do you remember what year was this?
So this was in 1960.
Oh wow!
Yeah, wow. It was a long time ago.
You're probably one of the youngest ones in the family, or?
Yeah, no, my dad got married. He got married later in life.
Okay.
So
Like what age? I'm just curious.
In his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No comments here.
So he came, he saw there was a lot of opportunity. He wanted to bring his siblings here to the U.S. for them to study. So then he brought his siblings over to the U.S. Then he decided it was time to get married. So he went back to India. Found my mom, got married, and then came back to the U.S. And my mom was here in the late 70s.
In the 70s, okay.
Yeah.
So that's the story. That's how I ended up, becoming, part of the American culture now, because they've been here for quite a bit.
Yes.
Obviously they have American kids. How living in or growing up in a household with a totally different culture, Indian food, Indian customs, was it difficult for you to adapt to school or anything like that, or not necessarily?
Not necessarily, and I think it's a great advantage to have two different cultures. You get to get the best of both worlds. So you have, and everybody here in the U.S. has amazing stories. Their grandparents or relatives who came on the Mayflower,
yes,
or how they immigrated to the U.S. And so with my story, it was just just one generation away where my dad came and had all this opportunity. So it's nice for my friends to be exposed to Indian food and Indian music.
And also you were the door. You actually, even though your parents weren't already to school, everything here, they never, I don't think that you were the one that brought America to them.
Yes.
Because you being born and going to the school system and having the ability to implant the country in yourself. Yeah. You brought America to them,
yes,
right?
Yes, very much so. Yeah, we were Americans. I have two brothers and I, so they were on soccer teams, and I was on a volleyball team, and so the different sports and activities, and just a regular American upbringing, video games, and eating fast food. So,
and then talking back to your parents in English, right?
And then talking back to your parents in English.
Talk to me in Indian. Back in English. I know that happened. Now, we were downstairs talking about, one of the issues, which is immigration. It's a topic to talk about right now, especially if you are in the United States, and even if you are not, because people are asking, what is your president doing in that country? Now, you mentioned that you're married to somebody who is from Kazakhstan. And he moved here when he was how old?
10 years old.
So he brought a lot of his country back with him, and probably a little bit of accent. I met him once. I don't remember he's got an accent. I met her parents.
He has a beautiful voice.
Okay. What about his story to bring it?
Yeah. So Kazakhstan was part of the former Soviet Union. So when the Soviet Union broke up and it became an independent country, his family had the opportunity to come to the U.S. So they took that opportunity for better education for him and his siblings. So his parents came over here, and then they just ended up staying. But since he was born abroad and came to the U.S., he holds on to much more of that Kazakh culture.
Of his back home. Thank you for the thumbs up. For whatever reason, we're not able to see the names of the people that are yawning right now, but I know this is gonna rotate. So please, we love the love. Thumbs up. We like it. Now, going back to telling you the story, how I ended up doing this series of interviews, I said this is my former way of complaining of the implementation of the law. Laws need to be in place. We need laws. We need immigration laws for sure. I'm not against that. It was the way it has been looked at and implemented. Thank you, Betty Reyes. So one of his, also he says, but I don't say his name here. And then you say, wow, yes, this is actually critical for you, because why don't you tell our audience right now who are watching right now, probably later on, about your business, and then we'll mention why.
Yeah, so the business is called Intensive American English Institute, and we have a full-fledged 6-level program for students to come study English and then go on to a university or go back to their home country and go back to their business.
To the business. So pretty much you're telling me you work nothing with international students.
Yes.
100% with international students. So I'm pretty sure, and I've heard so many things going on. I was actually approached recently by somebody who works in a huge network over here. They're doing something with a group of attorneys, but people don't know. So it's going to be coming up, as a matter of fact. What are you guys doing in order to adapt to the changes that are possibly going to take place? Because it's going to become more difficult to get visas, for sure.
Yeah.
It's already becoming more difficult.
So what we're trying to do is, first and foremost, reassure our students that are here of what the rules and the regulations are, so then that way they know what's going on, and that eases their mind a little bit, and their family members who aren't here in this country, they're back in their own country. And then when we do the initial onboarding process with all the new incoming students, we let them know about the rules at that time. So with student visas, it wasn't hit as hard, which is hard
because they're non-immigrant visas.
So they're non-immigrant visas, so they're coming here to study and then go back to their own country.
Correct. So very interesting. Somebody who grew up in Austin, Texas, who leads a business as a chief operation officer of the business, which is linked right here. If you want to learn more about, if you want to learn English, obviously you wouldn't be here listening to the interview, or probably you are. I don't know. If you know somebody who wants to learn English abroad, I think that's the company to talk to. always my battery is coming low on energy. Now, tell us a little bit about the impact of being a multicultural person in this country, benefits and challenges.
Yeah, I think there's more challenges. I think when you're growing up, you might not be able to do what all your American friends are doing. But I think that as you get older, you learn to appreciate that.
To appreciate it.
And you want to be different. That makes you unique, and you take those differences and you use that as an advantage.
Right.
So yeah, and everybody coming here to the U.S. I mean, I think there was Native Americans first, but everybody else has been an immigrant.
There you go. I mean,
so
it's been said even from my American fellow friends. We're all human beings. That's all I care. We're all human beings, and then we bring in a set of habits and cultures that enrich each other. That's my personal perspective. Now, one of the promises that we do is to keep the interviews not as long as possible, so you can actually enjoy them and you can actually feel related to. Now, if you want, or you have somebody who wants to learn English in the United States, they manage everything from processing visas and
we issue the I-20 form so students can get their F1 student visa, and we help with the process from A to Z. So come join us in Austin, Texas.
So now I'm sorry because I've texted a lot of people happy International Mother's Day, and I'm getting the messages here. Oh, thank you. So she's talking and looking at my messages like, yeah. So again, happy International Women's Day. Is very, very, sometimes people, we forget things. So I'm appreciative of these created memorable days. Tell us what you do in the company. What is the chief of operations does, for people that don't know?
You do a little bit of everything. So you help guide the day-to-day operations and help come up with the long-term goals and strategies for, the next 3 to 5 years. Correct. And where the company is going to go.
So you do from finance to marketing to the IT?
Yeah, so we're a small family business that my parents started 37 years ago now. And so, everything that's needed, marketing, financing, buying supplies, hiring. So it's really a lot of fun. I'm really blessed to have this opportunity.
Now, I'd like to share with you guys, because we couldn't finish the conversation because she said, yes, I'll do the interview. And I said, let's do it now. And she's like, right now? Okay, let's do it. So we were, she's one of our members here at Wi+Cowork, and we were just in the lounge, like having a normal interaction like between members. And also, you mentioned, I said, hey, I'm going to Austin, Texas for the South by Southwest, especially for the technology. I'm not really going for the music anymore. That's what I used to go only for the party. Now I'm a grown up now. But you mentioned that you have somebody staying with you, coming from another country, going to that. Why don't you tell us, because I'm just curious to share with our audience how Texas and how the international people are coming here. Yeah,
we have a family friend that came all the way from Iceland to come to this international conference, and it brings people from all over the world, which is great. So.
And she's going to be presenting, right?
She's going to be presenting.
Her company is in...
The company, so she created a book for autistic children. Okay. And the company name, I forget what the company name is.
Maybe what we can do, I'd like to link it if it's possible. Maybe I will meet her in Austin.
Yes.
If she is going to be presenting in one of the events that I may attend.
Yes.
For autistic children is interesting. Next interview is going to be something about a non-profit for disadvantaged children and awareness. It's coming up on this series of interviews. Another story of immigrants. Now, before we go, because we try to keep this as short as possible, you're married, you're a young professional, you're a business leader, you're an entrepreneur. What message can you tell? Today is International Women's Day, What message can you tell that girl that is or had that dream to move abroad and live abroad? I don't know if you've done it, your parents did.
Yeah.
What message can you probably send them?
I mean, I think that you should definitely take any opportunity you have. I studied abroad just for a few months in Spain. En Granada.
¿Español?
Yeah, un poquito
Un poquito de español.
Entiendo más que nada.
Okay, qué bien. I didn't know that. Wow, interesting.
Surprise!
So also I'm gonna tag that right here. Spanish speaking. So you live abroad.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that experience that they can live it. You know.
Yeah. So it's an amazing experience to get out of your comfort zone. I think that's awesome, and it makes you grow as a person. So I went to southern Spain, to Granada, and I was there for a semester.
Beautiful,
so it was beautiful. I was there my junior year of college, and I'd love to go back. I'd love to live abroad somewhere and be outside.
It will happen. It will happen.
Yeah. The world is flat, and it's. I mean, no matter who's in charge. There's it doesn't matter what walls are being built, we're still being able to fly, go different places.
Different places, the world is flat.
Yes,
Remember
meet
that.
different people. And so I think if you have the opportunity, you should definitely take it up and go and enjoy and
thank you.
Come here, come study at our school, and it's amazing, I think, to meet everybody and to break down stereotypes you might have, because I think sometimes when you live in countries, you're not exposed to different people from different places. You're only exposed, like in India, to Indians.
Correct.
So when you go, you meet other people and you realize we're all the same. We like the same music, we like the same clothes, and people are on Facebook, people are on Twitter, and all doing the same thing.
We're becoming more and more global as they progress. So we get somebody giving us a lot of hearts, but we don't see the names of who is joining us right now. But everyone back home, in your office, in your car, you shouldn't be driving and watching this, but it's okay. Thank you so much for giving us another day of stories of 100 days of immigrants, American immigrants. And here we had another amazing, short, beautiful story. If you have any further questions about her business, link is right here. Any comments? Please, please, please leave us some love. Share it if you think this has any value to you or your friends. And
thank you.
Thank you for accepting the invitation.
Thanks for asking.
Guys, have an amazing day. Ciao, ciao.
Bye, guys.